Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Allah, Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Allah, Allah, Allah. We start to breathe together. Allah, Allah, Allah. Feeling the womb of the mother. Allah, Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Allah, Allah. Breathing in the womb of love. Allah, Allah, Allah. Filling our hearts with that love. love. Allah, Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Allah, we begin in the name of love. Allah, Allah, the womb of love, where we are. Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Allah, Amen, family. Abraham and Halima, thank you.
Hi, thank you, Malika, and thank you, everyone. It's lovely to gather with you to practice and honor this moment in our life, radiate uh, positive vibrations for healing ourselves and or coming into harmony with ourselves and the world that we are part of. And we know that when we practice together, we give strength. We all together we're stronger. We have the strength of a circle. So let's continue opening our breath. So feeling your breath flowing in through your nostrils, expanding inside of you, nourishing you. And as you exhale, you can know that what we breathe out is nourishing to the whole plant world. And the whole plant world is breathing out oxygen that we breathe in. Feeling the pulse of our heart, the rhythm of our heart beat. And feeling yourself connected to earth, grounded here, present right now. So keeping all these parts of ourselves open and feeling. Let's say the invocation in English first. And we're here with our friend Michael Land. Very good. So we'll say it together. Please join us.
Toward the One, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance.
And let's go to Ecuador, to our friend Lakshmi.
Share it in Quechua.
I I want to apologize because my notes for the Quechua invocation are not with me right now. I will
We'll
try to
share it in
find them.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
you can.
Spanish.
En
Very
español,
good.
por favor.
Excellent.
Hacia el uno, la perfección del amor, la armonía y la belleza. El ser único, unido a todas las almas iluminadas que forman el cuerpo del Maestro, el Espíritu guía.
Gracias.
Okay, let's. Noshin, could you share it in Farsi?
Yes, of course. به سوی آن یگانه، او که کمال عشق، زیبایی و هماهنگی است، او که با تمام روح‌های اشراقی یکی شده است و تجلی ذات است، آن روح راهنما.
And let's go all the way to New Zealand. And Maima, would you share in Maori?
E mihi ana ki te kotahi tangapure Ko ia hoki te tino taumata o te aroha o te whakaro tahi me te atahua. Kaore he tangata ko atu ia I whakakotaetia ki ngā wairua tūrama katoa ko rātou nei te whakatinanatanga o rātou kua vetu rangitia o te ngākau arataki.
We'll do it one more time in English, and Alie, would you sign? And could you split the screen with us so you're on the screen? Great.
No one from Russia.
No, I don't think, this is the first day of camp in Russia, and so I don't see that any of our friends from Russia are here
Okay.
today so
Yes,
far.
Sasha.
Oh, yeah?
yes.
Okay, well, so
Let's say it in
let's
Russian.
do Russian first, and then we'll, thank you.
Спасибо.
There you go.
Единому, к совершенству любви, гармонии и красоты. Единосущему, единому со всеми просветленными душами, которые образуют воплощение мастера, путеводный дух.
Спасибо.
Spasiba. Okay. And now let's come back with you, Alie. And so Alie does this in beautiful sign language, and we'll do it slowly so that you can follow along, and we learn this together as body prayer. Okay.
Toward the one,
the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty. The only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. So good, we'll do it one more time. Okay. Toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty. The only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. Thank you. We're so lucky to have bodies. Okay. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Friends, this is an extraordinary moment. Every moment has extraordinary potential, and yet sometimes there are very exceptional convergences of planetary forces. So today, on the one hand, is Juneteenth, this day that in the United States is now dedicated to honoring emancipation from slavery, from the terrible heritage of slavery in this country, and that it's an honoring of freedom, of the absolute freedom of every soul, every being. And I'll say more about it later. It's also today right on the edge of summer solstice. the moment of the greatest light.
Summer solstice for us.
For winter
And-
solstice for our friends in the southern hemisphere.
Like New Zealand.
Yep. So there, it's the here is the zenith, and there is the nadir, but of light. But there's an extraordinary light that is flowing at this time, and I'd like to just recognize the relationship of these two events to each other: emancipation from slavery and the greatest light shining forth. In terms of the greater jihad, the work of mastering our nafs, the internal work of our own spiritual awakening, these two are the same. That our own slavery comes from our own habits of thought and feeling and conditioning of the society, and our inheritance of all kinds of habitual and unconscious behaviors. And our liberation is our capacity to shine our light forth freely, this moment, this breath. And our practice gives us the tools and the wisdom to commit ourselves to shining our light, our sun from within ourselves. And so one of the vehicles for shining our vast inner light is our tuning to the elements. And we'll do the element breaths together, purification breaths. But in the light of this extraordinary capacity we have to align ourselves with the elemental energies of the universe. So the first breath is breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, aligning ourselves with the earth element, the ground of our being, our stability, our earthy nature, the earth itself, the soil, the rock. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, invoking healing for the earth element. Ya Shafi on the in-breath, Ya Kafi on the out-breath. Next breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, aligning ourselves with the water element, the flow, the fluidity of our own being that moves and flows freely. The rivers, our tears, the blood, the rain, the waterfall, the ocean, the waters of life. Invoking healing, Ya Shafi on the in-breath, Ya Kafi on the out-breath. Committing ourselves to envisioning the purification of the waters of the planet. Next breath, breathing in through the mouth, out through the nose, aligning with the fire element, the alchemy of transformation, the, uh, the element of change, putting the sun in our heart and realizing our own capacity to be the radiant sun, the fire element itself. Next breath, in through the mouth, out through the mouth, refined breath, tuning ourselves to the air element, the wind, the process of breathing itself, the very spirit that flows through us, that's alive. The air element governs our ideals and the higher mind that lifts us up, our capacity to be lifted up, raised up spiritually. The last breath of the cycle, the ether breath, breath of stillness, breathing through nose and mouth and the whole body, but without motion, an inward breath. This is the breath that realizes the freedom of the inner life, that when we radiate light inside ourselves, we are manifesting the ultimate freedom. Invoking healing for our atmosphere, the very vibrational energy that we generate from the innermost core of our being. We can seal this practice with the prayer Nayaz. We'll maybe do it first in Spanish. Lakshmi, perhaps you could share it aloud in Spanish, and then we'll do it in English.
Amado Dios Todopoderoso, a través de los rayos del sol, a través de las ondas del aire, a través de la vida que todo lo impregna en el espacio. Purifícanos, revivifícanos. Te pedimos que sanes nuestros cuerpos, nuestros corazones y nuestras almas. Amén.
Beloved Lord,
Almighty God,
through the rays of the sun, through the waves of the air, through the all-pervading life in space, purify and revivify us, and we pray, heal our bodies, hearts, and souls. Amen.
Amen, amen.
We're blessed today to have many of our friends around the world available to share beauty and truth. So we're going to go on a little journey. We'll start with Malika. Por favor.
Hi, Malika.
Hello, thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Halima. Very happy and grateful to be here together. I would like to share with you a practice that I am doing almost every day, invoking and praying to the Great Mother, the Divine Mother, in the archetype of Tara. And I have a little statue here with a little foot ahead she has, and she's pouring blessings all the time. You know, she's the beautiful archetype that mother that when the children needs from her, she run fast to assist us. And I invite you to join me in this chant to invoke the Great Mother, this archetype, and we can visualize her in our third eye, or feeling her that she is on our crown, and start to breathe, feeling her blessing, her embrace, and she's assisting us, her children. In this moment, we can have this opportunity to connect with her, invoking her. Om Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Re Soha. Om Tara Tu Re tutare resoha. Om tare tutare tu resoha. Om tare 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 tu resoha. Breathing. Feeling her blessing. She's always with us. She never leaves us like the Great Mother. She's protecting us. Humming. Holding our hearts. Om tare tu resoha. 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 just breathe in and breathe out, feeling in your heart this embrace, this protection, this she's holding us, holding us. Soha. Now I give the word, the feather to our sister Lakshmi in Ecuador. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Gracias, Malikita. Mhm. There is this way in this path about devotion and chanting, which melts away everything that doesn't belong to us in the very moment. And suddenly we feel contained in this womb that shelters us, that protects us, and brings us to this light that Abraham also was telling us about, being so close to the solstice and celebrating this emancipation, this inner emancipation of slavery. That's, I feel, the work we do with everything we do in this path. So in this same atmosphere, I would like to offer you a practice where we can keep entering the womb, where we can keep entering into that sacred space of our own heart, where we can feel that shelter, and so everything is more light in every sense. So we will engage now in a fikr practice. The Sufis and Inayat Khan, or Murshid, used to say that this is a very powerful practice for us, because we engage with breath, with life itself, and with everything we can attune our breath to. So if you're able to just sit comfortably, close your eyes, enjoy these moments we have together, and just feel your breath as the as presence right now in this very moment. Feel your breath as a connection, as a bridge. A bridge between the outer and the inner world. And so with its warmth, also feel the breath as the fire, which triggers the alchemy in your whole being to discover yourself moving from this sense of individuality to oneness. Tuning yourself from the limited to the limitless. From the contracted to the expanded space. that space of love that's always there. So just to help us a little bit more, we will use two sacred phrases to breathe with. The first one is Ya Ahad. And if you want, you can keep your atmosphere and your eyes closed just to keep feeling your breath. So the first one is Ya Ahad. And we will use the repetition of Ya Ahad when we breathe in. And we will use Ya Samad when we breathe out. Ya Ahad refers to sacred unity. And Ya Samad refers to the one, to that limitless refuge where we can always come into, that boundless space. So keep following your breath. These are the two senses of the one, Ya Ahad and Ya Samad. So being aware of your breath, become aware of the life energy in the prana. And in a very delicate way, be aware of the pause of your breath when you fully inhale and also when you fully exhale. Keep your attention in the heart. Feeling yourself in the container of your breath that comes in and goes out. When breathing in, Ya Ahad, feeling your own heart in the heart of the divine. Connecting to that sacred place in your heart, feeling your own I am, finding its resting place within the heart of the only I am. And when breathing out, Ya Samad, as if you were able to reach the infinite, the perpetual refuge, that place where we arrive to feel complete. And that completion doesn't mean adding anything else to ourselves. but rather removing. Feel yourself in the presence of the beloved's universe, endless, limitless, eternal, pulsing with every beat of your heart. Dive into that ocean that at times are the waves that are splashing on the sand, trying to reach as far as they can in their own manifestation of sound, of form, returning to the sacred ocean, to the big ocean, to be with the One. Yahat, integrating yourself in the One, breathing in, Yasamad, dissolving the sense of self, breathing out. Amen. These sacred words that we have put into our breath, into our heart, are part of this surah in the Quran that's called Surah Ikhlas. And the surah says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Kul huwa Allahu ahad. Allahu as-samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful and compassionate. Say, He is Allah, who is one. Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent. And this is a very short poem from Rumi to complete this practice, which I found, and I thought it was just very beautiful. So this is the final gift on my part. And it says, Mevlana says, you thought you were dust, and now you find you are breath. Before you were ignorant, now you know more. The one who guided you this far will lead you farther on as well. Amen. So be it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. That's liberating to begin to identify ourselves again and again every time we breathe, that we are the breath. We are also beautiful, beautiful names, and we are beautiful melodies. So let's sing together. Ooh, Allah, ooh, Allah, La ilaha illallah, ooh, Allah, ooh, Allah, La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah, Allah. So breathing in consciously straight into your heart, and exhaling, sharing light with all of your beloveds. It sure will be nice when we get to dance all together soon, won't it? That we have more work to do with our breath before that. So I wanted to offer, like Malika said, a practice she does almost every day. I do this practice almost every day too. I have a sense that the nafs, the ego, has a certain number of strategies to keep me asleep, to distract me. And I'm very comforted that Allah has infinite ways to bring me to realization. So I know how this is going to end. And I know how it's going to end or begin for all of you too. But in the meantime, there's one means of keeping me confused that I like to address every day. And that's I find that the nafs, the ego, works so much in my mind, or it fills my mind, it fills my awareness with so many interesting things to agree with, or to argue with, or to judge, or to compare, to contrast, to find people to blame. They're the ones who are doing this, to blame myself. It goes on and on. And the breath that we've been speaking of, this breath is a flowing river that takes us from the mind into the heart, if we are willing so to jump onto that, to jump in, to be influenced. It's kind of like, for those of you who just viewed the new movie on Pixar, Raya and the Last Dragon. It's on Disney Plus. Whenever Raya appears, the water no longer flows away, it flows toward her. When you watch the movie, notice that. And this is what the breath is. This is the river taking us to the heart. So I lose sight of the gifts of the beloved. I bite on becoming aloof. Oh, I don't know that. I feel the experience of being separate from the beloved, from being separate from you, separate from my heart. All these stories. I think I have it figured out. I have this great superiority complex that I know what I'm doing here. And all of these experiences, this condition, can be addressed by the divine name, Al-Karim, Ya Karim. The roots of Ya Karim, productive soil, well-tilled land. That's your essence. Very productive. Infinite. You have the most concentrated compost, worm-rich soil. That's your being. You're amazing. You might smell a little, but that's a good sign that you're so abundant. And every day, every breath can be this abundance. Whereas I find myself paying more attention to scarcity and what I can't have, what I can't do, how I can't affect the systems that are in place on our planet that create such injustice and poverty and an endless war. There's war going on every day, very profitable for some. So this Kareem, this abundance, this generosity, this unending cup, we have so much. We are so much. But we're going to do this practice together and then take it from our minds, all these words I'm saying, and use our breath and flow right into our hearts, into our heart wisdom, into our heart knowledge. So we'll recite Ya Kareem together many times. I can say that at times I say this like 101 times and I wasn't even paying attention to any of it, but that's okay. It still is flowing into the heart. So listen to the sound of your voice. Listen to the sound of my voice. You don't have to do anything or get anywhere or accomplish anything. We're just here reciting this beautiful sound. So here we go. Ya Kareem, Ya Kareem, Ya Kareem. 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 And now we stick with this. We breathe in Ya Rahim. And we breathe out Ya Kareem. So breathing in rhythm Ya Rahim. And out Ya Kareem. And in Rahim Ya Rahim. Out Ya Kareem. Breathing in Ya Rahim. You continue to do this practice, and I will say a few words. As was already invoked many times in many forms, Rahim is taking us back into the womb of the Beloved, where we have our existence. That's where we are right now. In love, we're swimming in love, breathing in love, eating love, sharing love, hearing love. This love is soft, and it knows just how to address any blocks we have, any wounds we have up, any scar tissue that exists in our hearts. It knows how to soothe all the hurt, the harm, the loss that we've experienced and will continue to experience. What is the Beloved sending to you with each breath. Each breath, something is traveling into your heart, into the depths of your heart. Your mind can place many things on it, or you can receive what the Beloved sends you. Ya Rahim, breathe that in. What is the Beloved sending me into the deepest parts of my heart? Kareem, this generosity, this abundance, from this place of being at home in your heart, what are you sending outward on your breath, on this breath? We're taught that Kareem is the antidote to desire, to wanting, that it elevates our desire. But from this place in our hearts, in Rahim, this love, we recognize that we have everything, that our deepest desire turns to devotion, and we offer it to the Beloved. I don't think anything pleases Allah more than to nourish all of our siblings here on earth, to love. We don't need to change others' minds, we need to love. We can offer that love. So when you breathe out Ya Kareem, you have everything you want, and you're showing up present and letting the divine flow through you, offering this gift. We breathe in as a gift from the Beloved. What we breathe out is a gift back to the Beloved. To let your breath pull you into your heart again and again and again and again. And thank you, devoted practitioners, and we'll send the speaker window and microphone to the Beloveds in Royalston, Halima and Abraham and Michael Ann.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that this year of learning to be present with ourself has brought difficulties, and it has been that kind of thing, like how do we learn to really be present inside of our own life? There's also this kind of miracle that we can connect beyond our physical space with each other over so much space. You know, really, I'm so happy to see each of you, but also to feel like we're we hold the earth. This beautiful. We're each standing on the earth. We each our bones go back to the earth. Our ancestors are in the earth and in our hearts. So I feel like, together we practice good medicine. When two or more gather in my name, we have, we make an alchemy together. So this is something that, I'm not a great emailer, but every once in a while something comes to me. And this came the other day. It's a quote from a man named Chief Arvo Looking Horse. He's a spiritual leader in the Sioux Nation. And it seems appropriate to read this on this day that in the United States is being dedicated to the emancipation, because really, in so many of the places where we live, there's such a history, really all around the world, of claiming territory by displacing another or taking advantage of another. And, you know, more than ever, we know that our planet, we see our planet, we can see it from space. We see that it's one world, one place, interconnected, one big flowing body of water, one beautiful atmosphere of air that we, you know, can breathe, that we have a living, breathing planet that we share. And more than ever, we have to learn how to get along with each other. You know, I'm so touched by this sense of these beautiful names that they have. You know, it said that if you took all the drops of the ocean, that's a lot of drops. There are that many qualities of the beloved. Ahad, Samad, Kareem, Rahim, Rahman, you know, all drops of the ocean. These are beautiful drops, some of the most beautiful drops, but you know, there's so much, I feel so lucky, you know, that we have such magnificence to integrate and to nourish ourselves with. So he says, each of us is put here in this time and this place to personally decide the future of humankind. Know that you yourself are essential to this world. Understand both the blessing and the burden of that. You yourself are desperately needed to save the soul of this world. Did you think you were put here for something less? It could feel kind of like a burden, like, whoa, it's up to me. But then we also know that all this work we do is to soften the sense of isolated I and open. The wind just blew the door. Breath of God blowing through my house. But we know that, you know, the work we do is to soften the sense of I-ness, of separateness, and to feel, you know, to understand how we are unique and interconnected. You know, we have the Ahad, Samad. You know, we have that point where everything focuses, and we have that place where it expands infinitely. And you know, so we have this beautiful work to do that when we do it inside of ourselves, it's a benefit for all beings. So alhamdulillah. And, you know, the natives, they said, this is a beautiful day to die. But what that really means is this is a beautiful day to live. Like this is it, you know. Let your light shine. And don't be afraid of the dark. Turn on the light. Simple. It's really not so hard. Yeah. Okay, so we were inspired by Kareem to do the zikr together. Ya Kareem, Ya Kareema. We know, actually, that there is no gender to the beloved. You know, that the beloved includes masculine and feminine, and so do we. We show up in our own beautiful way. Yeah.
So we're really invoking this infinite generosity.
Yeah. Beyond all illusion of separateness, or like it's not, this is for us. but not for me, for us, like the birds fly through the air, you know, they keep moving. Yeah. Okay. So it starts with an Allah, which, you know, Allah, yes, no of the universe. So you can feel your heart. So it goes like this. Allah, Allah, we go. Allah, Allah, again. Allah, swinging. Allah, Allah, again. Allah, feel your heart. Allah, your beautiful body. Allah, Allah, and then we go. La ilaha illallah, ya Kareem, ya Kareema. La ilaha illallah, ya Kareem, ya Kareema. Allah. So let your body be loose. Allah. Again. Allah. Allah. Feel your breath. Allah. Allah. La ilaha illallah, ya Kareem, ya Kareema. 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 Again, feeling your heart swing. Allah. yourself move, sway with your own breath. Gratitude. Ya Ahad. Ya Samad. Allah. La ilaha.
La ilaha illallah. Ya Karim, Ya Karima. La ilaha illallah. Ya Karim, Ya Karima.
La ilaha.
La ilaha illallah. Ya Karim, Ya Karima.
Ya Karim. Ya Karima.
Ya Karim, Ya Karima. Ya Karim, Ya Karima. Ya Karim, Ya Karima. Ya Karim, Ya Karim.
Breathe.
Ya Karim, Ya Karim, Ya Karim, Ya Karim, Ya Karim,
Bring the movement more in.
Ya Karim, 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 Ya Karim.
Go on gallery view, my friends, and
Ya
see each other.
Karim,
Ya Kareem, what
Ya
glorious
Karim.
generosity. Here we are. Ya Kareem. Ya Kareem. Ya Kareem. Ya Kareem. Ya Kareem.
Ya Karim,
Look at you, each of you, so
Ya
beautiful.
Karim,
So much light.
Ya Karim,
Ya Kareem.
Ya Karim,
Ya Kareem. Ya Kareem. Ooh, into your heart. Ooh. Into each other's hearts. Allah. Wow. We never know. You know, we are born and we die, and in between we live. And it's such a gift, you know. You know, may your life be beautiful. May you have beauty before you. May you have beauty behind you. May you have beauty in all you see. May you have beauty in your breath and in your words and in your heart and in your blood and in the ground. May you feel the beauty in the ground of your, where you are, the ground of your being. Yeah. Amen, amen, amen. Amen. It's 2:27. It's really close. So let's dedicate, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining us around the world and bringing your inspiration and your prayers and
Your presence,
your presence,
your breath.
So just, I don't know if you know where we're from here, but
We cover quite a
I
quite a
see
swath.
Nur Jahan is here from Chile, and Sophia is here from Colombia, and Malika is here from New York and Colombia, and
Maima in New Zealand.
and Ishtar is here from Mexico, and Yuso is here from Finland, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
Katarina from Russia.
From Russia, and Charles from here, and a lot of us from the U.S. here. Gurunam, I think you're in Florida. Salima, you're in Vermont or New Hampshire, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subhana in Cambridge. Noshin in Tucson. Is that right?
Yep.
Tucson? Yeah.
Tucson.
Yeah. Khalik in Newton. Amira, where are you, Amira?
Georgia.
Are you in Georgia?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah. And I think, Robin, where are you?
New Jersey.
Are you in New Jersey, maybe?
New York.
Yeah. Prajna outside of Madison. Jyoti and Yusef. I don't know exactly where you are, but somewhere out in the Colorado, maybe. Nadia, outside of Moscow, right? Is that right? Yeah, in Russia. Gosh. Hal and Judith, where are you from? Where are you?
Ohio.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee. There you go. Let's see. Alie, where are you?
New York.
Are you in New York?
I'm in New York.
New York right now, on your way to cross the country soon.
Yes.
You have good arrivals on your trip, yeah. And I see that Cami is here. Cami
Tennessee. Nashville.
And Sue, you're in California, right?
San Diego.
Yeah.
San Diego, yeah. Oh, see, we're covering a lot of ground. I think Donna Habiba, where are you?
I'm in northern Minnesota.
Northern Minnesota. Okay. And Joy, I think you're in the Newton area or something like that, I believe. And if I haven't called your name, you can unmute and tell us where you are if you'd like to do that, because I don't know where every. Say again.
Connecticut.
Okay.
There is Amarelis from Venezuela. And
Benvenida.
Yeah. And also my mother, Diana, who never misses anything of this. She's here in Cuenca.
Benvenida.
Thank you for coming. Gracias
Venir.
a venir. Thank you.
Gracias a ustedes. Un abrazo desde acá. Thank you so
Gracias.
much. Thank you, Lakshmi.
Thank you.
You love our family.
Yes. We are one family, you know, a big family with, you know, again, it's that Ahad Samad, you know, there's the big family, and then there's our own little being, which also has a big constellation within it. And, you know, our work is both. Both. Yeah. Anybody else want to just check in and say hello before we dedicate?
Here we go.
Hi.
Hi, this is Charlotte.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
We'll see you soon.
Was that you, Maima?
Yeah.
Yeah, in New Zealand. Yeah, among the Maori people and the horses. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, friends. So
Let's
let's
dedicate.
dedicate. So let's see, Sophia. I see you. Are you here? Yes.
Por favor, puedes cantar en español.
Can you dedicate in Spanish?
Here comes Kira.
Todos los seres estén bien.
Kira's awake, yeah.
Que todos sean felices. Paz. Paz. Paz.
Gracias, gracias. Okay, let's see. In Russian, how about it? Do you know? Do either of you know it in Russian? The dedication? Maybe not. If you know it, you can unmute and do it. Otherwise, we'll just be grateful you're here. Okay, so let's do it in English.
May all beings be well. May all beings be happy.
Okay, now everybody unmute if you'd like, and we'll do peace together slowly. Okay, slowly.
Peace.
Take a breath. Just take a breath. The breath of God. One of these beautiful breaths we have in our life. Yeah. And we wish you all just a wonderful rest of your life. May this day be beautiful. And yeah, wherever you are, may you shine your light and, you know, share what's beautiful and good in your heart for the benefit of all beings. Yeah.
Shine your light with infinite freedom, limitless freedom.
We do have one announcement to make, which is that last year we did a camp with
United in the Heart.
United in the Heart that was bilingual in English and Spanish. That was at the time when we do our annual Eat, Dance, and Pray dance here. Camp. And we will do a 2-day version of that online.
July 30 and 31.
So
we'll send out
we'll
notice.
send something, but I just tell you that in case you want to save the
The
date.
date.
It's a Friday and a Saturday. We'll have 5 sessions all together, and yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Blessings all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Be well.
Yashakur.
Yashakur.
Gracias. Gracias, gracias.
Thank you.
Mm.